Your car won't start. You try turning the key and hear nothing but clicking, or a slow, painful crank. Now you're stuck wondering, is the battery dead? Or is the alternator secretly killing it? And here's the dangerous part. Most people replace the battery first, only to discover the alternator destroys the new battery too. Before you waste hundreds on the wrong repair, I'm going to show you a simple 2-minute test that tells you exactly which part is failing. Your battery and alternator work together, but they do completely different jobs. Think of the battery as stored energy. Its main job is to start the engine. The alternator is what keeps the car alive after the engine starts. It powers your headlights, dashboard, radio, AC, and recharges the battery while you drive. When one fails, the symptoms can look almost identical, but there's a simple way to catch the real culprit. A bad battery usually causes problems before the car starts. Common signs include slow engine crank, rapid clicking noises, car completely dead overnight, needing frequent jump starts, dim interior lights before starting. If your car starts perfectly after a jump start and drives normally afterward, there's a good chance the battery is weak and can't hold a charge anymore. And check this out. If you see corrosion on the battery terminals, that blue or green crusty buildup, that can also prevent the battery from delivering proper power. Now the alternator is different. A failing alternator usually causes problems while you're driving. Watch for these warning signs: headlights flickering, dashboard battery light turning on, radio randomly shutting off, weak power windows, dim interior lights, burning smell from the engine bay. And here's the big one. If the car starts with a jump but dies again a few minutes later, the alternator is likely not charging the battery. That means the car is basically running on borrowed battery power until everything shuts down. Ignore this too long, and the car can literally die while driving. Alright, let's stop guessing. All you need is a digital multimeter. They're cheap, easy to use, and can save you from replacing the wrong part. Set the multimeter to DC volts, the V symbol with the straight line. First test, engine off. Touch the red probe to the positive battery terminal, black probe to the negative terminal. A healthy battery should read between 12.4 and 12.7 volts. Around 12.6 is perfect. If the voltage is below 12.2 volts, the battery is either deeply discharged or failing. That's your first clue. Now keep the probes connected and start the engine. As soon as the engine starts, the voltage should jump. A healthy alternator should produce 13.7 to 14.7 volts. If the reading stays near 12 volts, your alternator is not charging the battery. That's the smoking gun. Now turn on headlights, AC fan, radio. Put the electrical system under stress. Watch the multimeter carefully. A healthy alternator should still stay above 13 volts. But if the voltage drops toward 12 volts and your lights begin dimming, the alternator is struggling to keep up. That means it's failing. So here's the easiest way to remember it. If the battery voltage is low with the engine off, but jumps above 14 volts when running, your alternator is working. The battery is the problem. But if the voltage never rises properly after starting the engine, the alternator is failing to charge. That's your culprit. And whatever you do, don't disconnect the battery while the engine is running to test the alternator. That old school trick can create a massive voltage spike and destroy expensive electronics in modern cars. You could damage the ECU, sensors, infotainment system, dashboard electronics. Use the multimeter test instead. It's safer and far more accurate. Now you know exactly how to tell the difference between a bad battery and a failing alternator. No more guessing, no more replacing the wrong part, and no more wasting money. If this video helped you diagnose your car problem, hit the like button and subscribe for more repair guides that can save you thousands in repair costs. And tell me in the comments, what was the real problem with your car? The battery or the alternator?